Putin has called for a special session of the Federation Council to discuss the occupied territories in Ukraine. To further discuss the situation in the Russian-occupied territories of Ukraine, Russian President Vladimir Putin has called for a meeting of the Federation Council, upper chamber of the Russian Parliament, ed. on April 5. Publication with ties to the Kremlin Telegram group of Kremlin-affiliated journalists at RIA Novosti. Putin is convening a major Federation Council in the Kremlin to discuss security in Russia's regions, as reported by RIA_Kremlinpool. Donbass, Zaporizhia, and Kherson oblasts are up for discussion. According to media outlets close to the Kremlin, on April 5 Putin will be greeted by foreign ambassadors from the United States, the European Union, Denmark, Norway, Mexico, and Syria for a separate event. The self-proclaimed president of Belarus, Alexander Lukashenko, is set to meet with the Russian dictator on April 5. According to reports, they will talk about security concerns, including, presumably, the Russian deployment of tactical nuclear weapons in Belarus. The press is its own frontline. Get behind Ukrainska Pravda or join our list of patrons. Ad choices. This was the first time the palace had ever referred to Camilla by her royal title instead of Queen Consort. In the early months of His Majesty's reign, it made sense to refer to Her Majesty as the Queen Consort, to distinguish from Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, a palace source explained. You can properly address the invitation to King Charles and Queen Camilla. The official use of Queen Camilla should begin after the coronation. Former monarch spouses are typically referred to by their first names plus the title, Queen. On Tuesday, the palace released a new portrait of the King and Queen in addition to the coronation invitations. Hugo Bernin took the photo of the couple in the Blue Drawing Room of Buckingham Palace in March. President Joe Biden, meanwhile, has stated that he will not be present at the coronation, though First Lady Jill Biden will. During a phone call with King Charles, the president updated him on the situation and, according to the White House, Vice President Biden also conveyed his desire to meet with the King in the United Kingdom at a future date. Sarah Ferguson worries about King Charles III's adjustment to his new position as monarch. The 63-year-old Duchess of York gave her opinion on King Charles's reign in an interview with The Independent published on Wednesday, April 5. I have no idea how he's holding it together. I really don't, she said, referring to Charles's stress levels before the May 6 coronation. She recalled, "We used to go skiing together. And I really don't know how he's keeping up with all the paperwork and the stress he must be under." Her remarks follow reports that King Charles asked Harry and Markle to leave Frogmore Cottage and offered the property to her ex-husband, Prince Andrew. Below is the complete story. Vice President Joe Biden announced on Tuesday that he would not be attending the coronation, but that First Lady Jill Biden would be representing the United States at the event. During a phone call with King Charles, the president updated him on the situation and, according to the White House, Vice President Biden also conveyed his desire to meet with the King in the United Kingdom at a future date. Time: 23:18, April 4, 2023. Rishal, Chelsea. Buckingham Palace released a new portrait of the King and Queen in addition to the elaborate invitations for the ceremony next month. Hugo Bernin snapped this picture of the royal couple in March, and it was taken in the Blue Drawing Room of Buckingham Palace.